All right, guys, we are back for another Dokkan Battle video. So, we have a bunch of new story events that are updated, right? In part one, I kind of went through all the new stages, one per video, covering all the different events and stuff like that. I, I don't know. I probably should do that, but I just want to try this for part 2 and 3. I mean, I'm just going to cover, I think, all of the new stages for these story events just here in one. I guess this might end up being a very long video, but I think this is probably the right decision. So we'll start with the Dragon Ball Saga one. This is very big right here because this is where the free-to-play LR for the celebration is going to come from. The LR Demon King Piccolo is going to actually come from this. So, all right, let's see. So I believe there's 4 stages added. Let's see. Yeah, wow. No, it's 5. It's 5 stages. Holy shit. And then we at least are going to have, several stages in part 3 as well. So, yeah, there's the Demon King Piccolo, and it's Seekers of the Dragon Ball, right? All right, so here's the Dragon Ball Saga 1. So we can get the new Demon King Piccolo, old Demon King Piccolo. Let's see. Attempt the stages. They'll be added sequentially. Here's all the stuff. Is there anything important here? We can get Ghost Ushers from this stage. The tournament announcers are actually pretty uncommon items. Then Demon King Piccolo himself. Demon King Piccolo can be awakened into an LR in part 3. It seems like it's going to be old Demon King Piccolo. That is going to, I think, have a standby and then go into young Demon King Piccolo, it seems like. We'll see. I'm hoping he's very good. And then Dragon Ball Seeker characters will give us higher drop rate bonuses. Okay. All right. Well, let's just jump in and do these stages here. Again, this is going to take us quite a bit. I'm going to have to... I'll probably pause. We'll rainbow Demon King Piccolo, and then we'll continue on to the different events as well. So remember, we have the Dragon Ball one is going to get us free-to-play Demon King Piccolo. The Dragon Ball Z one is going to get us what I believe is a tag, Kid Trunks and Goten. The Dragon Ball GT and Dragon Ball Super ones get us a wallpaper. Let me build a Dragon Ball Secret team real quick. All right, guys, let's go ahead and head on in. And we can go ahead and start knocking out these stages. Okay, so where does this take off again? Okay, so we're at Korin Tower. So this is, remember, Goku gets obliterated by Mercenary Tao. And then Upa's father, Bora, is killed. And so Goku travels up Korin's Tower to get the strength in order to defeat Mercenary Tao. By the way, I do think Mercenary Tao is a character that they could give a Dokkan Fest to. Although, poor Dragon Ball Saga. I mean, people will get upset that they don't really do Dragon Ball Saga stuff. And, I do get it to an extent. But, unfortunately, pretty much no Dragon Ball games really seem to consider OG Dragon Ball stuff. Oh, we have animations off. We gotta turn those off. This is gonna be a long video, probably going through 4 different story events. Right? I think I'll do this in part 3 as well. It's just, I do have probably just way too much stuff to cover. So, just doing it like this will probably help us a little bit too as well. Alright, so we'll just hit that. Yeah, none of the Dragon Ball games really make OG Dragon Ball a priority. I mean, we see this. It's not just Dokkan. It's not just Legends. I mean, look at Fighters, right? Look at Xenoverse 2. Look at, Kakarot starts at Dragon Ball Z. Now, Kakarot did do basically the Goku vs. Demon King Piccolo fight plus, the 23rd World Tournament, 23rd World Tournament as a DLC, which I thought was cool. But they just don't really do Dragon Ball too often. I don't know. I guess they just don't. They probably just don't think people really have too much interest in it, I guess. But I think that they could easily, give us a Mercenary Tao Dokkan Fest, Jackie Chun Dokkan Fest, Tien from the 22nd World Tournament Dokkan Fest. Demon King Piccolo will get one. He of course will. He's different because he's a real life-threatening planet wiper threat. He's the first one, Demon King Piccolo. The first, like, Dragon Ball Z level villain is Demon King Piccolo. Tao is very, very tough, but he is not a planet-wiping threat the way Demon King Piccolo is, right? So I think that a lot of those characters could easily get, like, you know, Dokkan Fest scattered around. I do think that, like, you know, part 2 for, like, a worldwide download celebration could easily be, like, Kid Goku and Demon King Piccolo. I felt like a worldwide that would work. Maybe, I mean, they'll just hold off a little bit and they could still do it. Would be a Kid Goku and Demon King Piccolo into 23rd World Tournament Goku, Piccolo, and Piccolo Jr. and Goku. I think they could do that. Maybe they will. I mean, maybe they'll just hold on to, like, some of these characters. Like, let's say they do that. Like that's something that they're gonna do. Here's the World Tournament Grandpa Gohan. Right, let's say they're gonna do that. That would be, I mean, at minimum, the 2026 Worldwide Download Celebration. Not the 2025 Worldwide Download Celebration, but the 2026 Worldwide Download Celebration is what that would be. Because that one, you know, we would be in range of 23rd World Tournament Goku and Piccolo Jr. being able to EZA during that celebration, right? Maybe LR Bulma EZAing during this. I think it could work. And it's like, you know, I'm the main one that, you know, kind of goes like, guys, like, you know, they're just going to follow the money and shit like that. But, I mean, once we start getting, I mean, that would be, you know, almost closing in on the 12th anniversary. By the way, this is one of the most heartwarming moments in the entire series. Goku's reunion with Grandpa Gohan is so good. That shit is so good. By the way, they pretty much completely skip over Goku storming the Red Ribbon Army headquarters. I mean, I guess it makes sense. Like, Staff Officer Black is not really, like, some true monster threat or anything like that. I mean, he's basically just a dude that gets in, like, the armor, right? Like, it's not like he really... Like, I don't know. Like, Goku does kind of, like, clown around with him for a little bit, but not really, like, a big-time threat. Like Tao was the one, you know, he whipped Goku's ass at the start. Dominated Goku. Alright, so there's that. There's the Fortune Teller Baba arc. Yep, then there's the Ghost Ushers. That could be good. You know, grinding Ghost Ushers, you know, certainly is a thing that I know a lot of players probably would want to do. Alright, so we'll move on to this next stage here. And now we're going to be... Oh, this is Goku vs. Krillin? Yeah, which is... Oh, what? I haven't seen that before, I don't think. This Art of Krillin? That's not... like SSR art or anything like that, though. I don't think so. But Goku vs. Krillin, obviously, is what takes place. This is a semifinal fight. The other semifinal fight is Tien versus Jackie Chun, which is a pretty good fight. But Jackie Chun, like Master Roshi, kind of like figures out that, I don't know, I guess you want to say like Tien's heart is in turmoil or whatever. And so he kind of like gives up to like, you know, kind of, I don't know, crack Tien's, I don't know, what do we want to say? Like his black heart, you know, poisoned by the Crane Hermit and shit like that. Yeah, Roshi, I mean, Roshi's a beast in OG Dragon Ball. Really, really cool. Alright, so we'll do that. And then we'll finish off. Kid Krillin, I don't know about Kid Krillin getting like a Dokkan Fest or something like that, but I mean, certainly they could do him as like a banner unit. You know, maybe Tien, you know, 22nd World Tournament Tien gets the Dokkan Fest, and then Kid Krillin is like the banner unit. Right, because I think Jackie Chun could get a Dokkan Fest. Remember, they did a, it was a poll. It was like, rate, I think it was Japanese readers and V-Jump or something like that. I think it was V-Jump. It was a poll for your top Dragon Ball fights. And Goku vs. Jackie Chun did win. Seeing that, it just makes me think, like, there's no way that they don't, like, cover that in, like, major Dokkan Fest fashion, right? That, like, when I see it, that's the first thing I think of. That's at least what I think of, right? Alright, so we did that. That's Goku vs. Krillin. So the next fight, obviously, would be Goku vs. Tien, which is a really, really, really good fight. I really like the Goku vs. Tien fight. And Tien, I mean, he really is able to handle business. Yeah, I've only got 869 of those. He's really able to handle business. He slaps the shit out of Kid Goku on a lot of times during this fight, right? And Tien is an interesting fighter because he has so many, like, Oh, wait. We're fighting Kid Goku? It's like we're controlling Tien here? Oh. Okay. I like that. Alright, it kind of like flipped it on us. I remember I really liked when, Dragon Ball Raging Blast did that. Yeah, okay, so because Tien is the one that wins this fight, it's like we're kind of controlling Tien here. Oh, that's kind of cool. I kind of like that, right? Okay. Okay, whatever. So, yeah, dude, that kind of just like tripped me up right there. Damn, okay. Yeah, this is the Tien versus Goku fight. Dragon Ball Raging Blast would do that, right? Where you would control whoever won the fight. So I remember it worked super well in like, you know, like the Namek saga, right? Like it's like, you know, you would, you know, okay, like we were using like Krillin in one fight, and then in the next fight we're using like second form Frieza. Like it kind of went like back and forth like that, which I thought was like really fun. I really like that. Okay, so there's that. Dragon Ball Raging Blast was I really like that one. Oh, and then Tien does the Tri-Beam, and then that eventually leads to them, you know, both Tien and Goku being completely out of energy and, you know, falling down towards the ground. And then Goku gets hit by a truck, which, like, spikes him into the ground. So Tien technically wins because Goku hits the ground first, right? And then I think Master Roshi has a line. He says something like, luck is skill or some shit like that. Like, no crying, Tien won that. So, I mean, when I am getting crushed, right, and I say, well, guys, the game is all RNG, that's just simply my skill issue, according to Roshi, right? Just simply my skill issue, nothing more. All right, so we cooked that one, sure. Yep, very good. All right, so now we'll move on to stage 10. So this is where, you know, OG Dragon Ball really, like, picks up, because it's like, you know, they finish the 22nd World Tournament, and then it's like before they can really even celebrate everything that goes on, Goku senses like Krillin is killed off screen, you know, with the Dragon Ball, right? They skip a lot because, yeah, this is a good 10 episodes into the arc or something like that. Because like we kind of like skip over Goku versus Tambourine, and then eventually Goku meets Yajirobe, and like a bunch of that shit happens. Okay, so this is Roshi versus Demon King Piccolo. Yeah, Roshi, he just messes up with the Mafuba, right? Like, he just happens to kind of, like, fuck up. And then that allows Demon King Piccolo to survive here. There he is. All right, so that's the SSR we're going to be able to obtain right there. Yep. Yeah, that arc is so good, because Roshi is, like, shitting his pants in so much of it, too. We cannot, like, he's like, we cannot fuck with this guy. Here's his animation. It does look very good. Yeah, it really does, man. Oh, man, I mean, Demon King Piccolo should have a Dokkan Fest, guys. Like, it's just, like, if you told, like, I think he is probably the #1 deserving character that doesn't have one. And I would probably say Baby is #2. I think is probably what I would say. All right, so there we go. So Roshi tries to do the Mafuba. Again, he just simply fails. And then that's GG, right? And then Demon King Piccolo makes his wish to Shenron. Wishes to become young again. And then he kills Shenron after he becomes young. Which is, you know, like a shocking moment. Okay. So, let me... one of the reasons I'm doing this video is I do want to get all of the rainbow tickets prepared for when the Part 2 banners come out, right? Let me just go ahead and grind up Demon King Piccolo. Got to get my good 15 copies or so. And then we'll come right back. We'll rainbow him. And then we'll move on to the Dragon Ball Z story as well. Okay, perfect. Yep, there's the multiple copies, which is good. We got many missions completed. So here, let's just go ahead and grab a bunch of these missions. There's a copy of Demon King Piccolo. And then as you guys can see, we do just have to rainbow him. So let's just go ahead and I'll cut and we'll come right back when we're ready to rainbow Demon King Piccolo here. Alright guys, here we are. So we're back. We're ready to rainbow Demon King Goat Piccolo right here. Let's go ahead and give the boy a rainbow star. And just like that, we should have all the missions done for the Dragon Ball one. We've got him ready to go, and again, this is going to get us ready for a bunch of tickets and stuff like that. It's funny, I would probably try and recommend that players not, like, rainbow him right away to see, like, what, you know, skills he might need, but I believe one of the missions for the tickets, right, is to rainbow him. I guess I could double check, but yeah. Yeah, here, actually, let me just take a quick glance. Well, we'll look at it in a second, okay. So, okay, yep, so we got all of the Dragon Ball Saga missions done, and then some of these rainbow ticket collecting missions, yeah, exactly. We need to make sure to get all of those done. Yep, there's a bunch of those. We get a bunch of orbs for Demon King Piccolo. That's pretty good. Okay, so we got that done. Now, let's move on to the Dragon Ball Z story. I'll just go ahead and teleport over there because of the long loading. Alright guys, here we are, now moving on to the Dragon Ball Z story, right? I really like how they did this anniversary event, even all these like story events, stuff like this. I think it's pretty well done. Alright, so we have all this information, but it'll be a lot easier for me to show this to you guys if we go ahead and swap over here. So we can get the new Kid Trunks. I believe people said that based off of stuff in the database, they could tell that the Kid Trunks is indeed going to be a tag character, by the way. The Kid Trunks is going to be a tag character confirmed. Okay. So more stages will be added in part 3. We're going to get, what, stages 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Yeah, so best of the boys, that's Kid Trunks versus Goten. Damn, wow, this is crazy. So we haven't even gotten into the meat of the Buu saga right yet. No Majin Vegeta, no Majin Buu showing up. So, I mean, there's at least going to be, you know, 3 or 4, maybe 5 stages to probably each of these story events coming in part 3. That's crazy. Yep. So then we'll be able to get the Kid Trunks. Earthbred Fighters is the extra drop rate. All right, let's jump on in. Let's just keep going. We're gonna knock out all of these story stages in all of these events here. I guess the first 2 are what's going to take the most, well, at least me, the most amount of time, since I'll go ahead and grind up the characters. I guess I'll start link leveling them, although especially the Trunks, I mean, there's probably going to be a lot of links here. We're not going to need the support member. Let's get rid of that. We'll just run this team. Again, Earthbred Fighters is the drop rate bonus, so we'll jump in like this. Remember, as a tag character, I mean, Kid Trunks and Goten are going to have separate link sets, right? So, like, Goten might have, you know, Kamehameha. Goten will have, you know, maybe All in the Family, right? Like, those types of links. That Kid Trunks is not going to have. Kid Trunks might have Prodigies or Royal Lineage, right? Stuff like that. So what I like to do, you know, in these, well, typically I have, like, some type of talking points as we kind of, like, go through these story event stages. But I do think that there is still a number of kind of, like, moments that they could turn into, like, Dokkan Fest and stuff like that. Especially in the Android/Cell saga, there is quite a bit of stuff that we've got to do, right? Like, they can completely, like, you know, Android 16, 17, and 18, there's a lot of stuff they could still do with those characters, kind of, like, specifically, right? Like, remember, there's this whole moment where Vegeta is fighting Android 18. And many people have mentioned that that could be a good moment for Android 18 to get a Dokkan Fest. And I do agree. Android 18, you know, Dokkan Fest from, you know, her fight with Vegeta, I think would be perfect. Because I feel like if they're going to do a Dokkan Fest for Android 18, kind of like her almost, like, iconic, like, outfit, right, with, like, the jean jacket and stuff like that, does make a lot of sense. So I think they could do that for kind of like the Android/Cell saga, right? And then, remember, 17 tells them, like, you know, we'll just chill, but if you guys step in, I'm coming in. So, like, we could do a whole, like, you know, 18, like, swap into 17 or something like that. I mean, a tag mechanic for 17 and 18 does seem like it would make a ton of sense. There are many characters where the tag mechanic would make a lot of sense. And Android 17, 18 certainly would be one that's very high up, right? I think one easy thing to do is look at the list of characters that have the tag mechanic and Legends. And many of those same characters, I fully expect Dokkan would just implement those kind of like same tag characters. Because now, moving forward, that I think those might be some of the more exciting characters to get. Because if we get tag characters that don't have character restrictions, it's like you're just dropping these crazy units onto like 50 different categories, which will make, you know, all these missions in the future much easier to handle, right? To me, that's actually quite exciting. So, you know, like LR Goku and Frieza, I mean, sure, like, you know, could they get like a Carnival LR or a Dokkan Fest LR? Like, I wouldn't be that opposed to it, but I wasn't going to be the most excited for them. But with them as a tag character, I mean, that's actually kind of fire now. Like, I'm actually quite excited for Goku and Frieza because of the fact that they're a tag character, right? All right, so we'll keep going. So what are we fighting now? Cell? Yes, this is Cell. Probably Piccolo versus Cell. I do think that they could just completely redo Dokkan Fest Piccolo. Kind of like the moment where he fuses with Kami. I mean, it doesn't look that bad, but it's just something that they could redo, right? And they could... I mean, that Dokkan Fest Piccolo, you know, it's kind of like... They took some of what he does against Android 20 early in the Android saga, and then they kind of combined it with what he does against First Form Cell, like, way later on. But, like, this episode right here, one of them where Piccolo is fighting Cell, is really well animated. Like, Piccolo does, like, some crazy shit where, like, he does, like he's, like, flying around fighting, and then he, like, flies, like, backwards into, like, a spinning back kick on Cell. Some shit like that. Like, that could easily be, like Dokkan Fest animations or something like that. That I think would be pretty fun. And then, of course, Cell. I mean, there's still quite a few things they could do with Cell. We did finally get, for years, we talked about the possibility of, like, a Cell that would transform constantly. But we did eventually get that with the EGL Cell, who, by the way, could be coming up on an EZA sometime this year. We easily could see that. Yeah, so here's where Cell kind of explains the whole backstory. And then he does the solar flare right there and kind of, you know, messes with Piccolo, Trunks, and Krillin. By the way, Krillin, from right around this time period, too, I do think that, like, if they're going to do a Dokkan Fest Krillin, this could be an area where they could target. They could do Saiyan Saga, even though, I mean, the free-to-play LR Krillin does have kind of like some of the big moments he has from the Saiyan Saga. But, like, they could kind of just, like, you know, slightly remix it or whatever like that. For a Dokkan Fest Krillin from the Saiyan Saga, I think would be fine. Dokkan Fest Krillin, I guess maybe in the battle armor from Namek is something that they could potentially do. But I actually do like the idea of it's a filler fight, but when Krillin battles Cell, I think, you know, there's a moment where he does like a flying headbutt into Cell, and I feel like when they give, you know, Krillin his Dokkan Fest, which, oh wow, oh my god, we skipped so much, holy shit. Well, I guess that makes sense. Okay, so we skip at like Piccolo versus Oh, I thought this was, oh wow, okay. When I was saying that, I thought what we were looking at here was Super Vegeta versus Cell. But we went from Cell versus Piccolo all the way to Super Saiyan 2 Gohan versus Cell. Holy shit. I did not realize they were going to skip the entire Cell saga. Holy shit, yeah. So we skip, you know, 17 versus Piccolo, which a lot of people want as a, people mention as a dual Dokkan Fest. At this point, yeah, sure, I'll take it. Whatever. I mean, you know, potentially could be pretty cool. So, you know, they skip that. I mean, then there's 16 versus Cell. What do we think about an Android 16 Dokkan Fest? That seems pretty ambitious, but, I mean, I wouldn't really be... I don't know, it's one of those things where, like, no one would care. But, like, do we think Android 16 would get less hype than Kale? Probably. I think Kale is one of the lower, like, selling characters ever. Android 16 could match Kale for, like, low sales. But, like, they skip through all of that. I mean, you know, we know that, you know, it's funny. Legends just did the, well, not Buy Guys, but instant transmission Kamehameha Goku as a Legends Limited, essentially, you know, a Dokkan Fest character. I do think that, like, Buy Guys, they could do something with that. I don't know what. I've seen people talk about, like, a Buy Guys Goku that would swap into like a Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. One thing I don't know is if it's like a revive. I don't like the idea of it being a revive, just because that would be tough to see. Like, revive transformations, I'll tell you guys, I've probably so like the LR, Vegeta, and Goku from Namek, I've probably used that Goku maybe under 50 times ever. I don't know. Like, it's like transformation or abilities that involves reviving to me sounds very, very rare. And I don't really, I'm not really like, wouldn't really be looking forward to that. Oh, wow. Okay. So then they cover the future. Yet again, I mean, they did just give us a cool, like version of this Trunks, although it is only base form, from when the free-to-play character for the 2023 Worldwide Download Celebration. I love, and he's got the domain, and I think his OST kicks ass, man. He has an amazing OST, this Trunks. But I think that they could, so they have a banner unit of this Trunks, right? By the way, back in the day, that's one of my secret insane shafts. So in Future Gohan, I remember, this is one I remember to this day. In Future Gohan, 3,000 stones to rainbow him. It was like almost exactly. I pulled 0 copies of that Trunks, the Trunks that kills this cell. I pulled him 0 times. And I remember at the time, I wouldn't do this nowadays. But at the time, I just said, fuck it, cool. And I think I just stopped summoning. I wouldn't do that nowadays. I would keep going until I rainbowed Trunks as well. But I actually just said, fuck it. And what's funny is I rainbowed Trunks before the year was even done. That was the start of October Dokkan Fest. And I had Trunks rainbowed already, like, you know. I think I might have rainbowed him on the Strip on the Zorb Goku banner, which was in December. The Christmas banner. I think so. Yeah, that's the exact Trunks right there. They could turn that into a Dokkan Fest. And then the Trunks that kills 17 and 18, that also could be a Dokkan Fest as well. I think so. And I still would love the Trunks that kills Mecha Frieza. They need to do the anime transformation. Right now, like the AGL Trunks Dokkan Fest, he uses, it's the Fighters animation transfer. It looks terrible. The anime is like it's, you know what, I mean, I could only imagine being like a freaking 16-year-old high school kid reading the Dragon Ball Z manga and this random Super Saiyan show. Toriyama was in his fucking bag back then, dude. Could you imagine? Oh my god, dude. There's some of the funniest shit on the internet is every once in a while people will just point out like how ludicrous Dragon Ball Z is and how people would tear it apart in the modern. Could you imagine? They would be saying, oh my god, who is this Mickey Mouse Super Saiyan? This is, dude, it was stated that there's a Super Saiyan once every 1,000 years. Now we have one, 5 chapters later. This is stupid. He's fallen off. Like, there would be a million moments like that, dude. Like Mickey Mouse moments. So much. Dude, Vegeta, Vegeta wouldn't be able to exist in modern day. Like, the moment where he cries before Frieza kills him, and then Goku goes Super Saiyan, like, no. And then, like, bro, Goku going Super Saiyan 3, like, dude, people's first thought would be, like, he was hiding it from Vegeta. It'd be crazy, man. Alright, but yeah, here's Trunks vs. Goten. This is actually a pretty good fight, by the way. This kid Trunks vs. Goten, I really like this fight. Interesting that they don't have us fight the Trunks, who we're gonna get, though, from this. Okay. Kid Trunks and Goten. I am in favor of them. I'm sure Gotenks might be involved in the Kid Trunks and Goten tag character we're going to get here. But I would be 100% in favor of like a Kid Trunks and Goten like Dokkan Fest that fuse into Gotenks. I think we do need that. Because like them fusing into Gotenks, it's not used. Oh my god, what, dude, they're using the #1 Vegeta right there for that. Okay. Sure. Yeah, yeah, okay, whatever. Sure, sure, sure. Yeah, I mean, you guys know, I'm always a sucker for fusion characters. But that LR Kid Trunks and Goten, that shit doesn't count. You guys know the rules. Old ass, like, animations that are kind of like half-assed, nah. Or even new animations that are half-assed. LR Sword of Hope, TUR Dragon Fist, they gotta be redone, bruh. I don't make the rules. They gotta be redone. Alright, so there we go. So that's done. Let me go ahead and grind up all of the Kid Trunks copies. We'll rainbow him, and then we'll go ahead and continue on. We still have to do the Dragon Ball GT and the Dragon Ball Super Story events as well. So let's go ahead and get this done. Alright guys, here we are with the Kid Trunks. Let's go ahead and give our boy the Rainbow Star. And then we will be ready to hop on, get all these missions done. And then we'll move on to the Dragon Ball GT version next. Okay, perfect. So we got the Kid Trunks rainbowed. Again, for him, I just kind of, I mean, these are free-to-play characters. I will start with using Dodge as a base. And then if I have to go in a different direction, I will do just that. But, of course, we're going to start with, Dodge as a base kind of for that. So, all right. Let's go ahead and jump on over to the next one then. Yep, let's go ahead and jump right here. Oh, okay, so yeah, it's just getting those free-to-play characters done, and that will get us all of the rainbow tickets done. Boom. Perfect, perfect. Bunch of Kai, stuff like that. We will still go ahead and finish up the Dragon Ball GT and Dragon Ball Super story events here. Again, long loading times. I'll just jump on over to the GT story event right now. Alright guys, now it's time to hop into the Dragon Ball GT story event right here, the Dragon Ball GT edition. So the first two events are for getting the free-to-play character, right? The Dragon Ball edition gets us that Demon King Piccolo, and then the Dragon Ball Z edition gets us the Kid Trunks and Goten. So here, the GT and the Super ones are just going to get us a wallpaper. So it's almost like these kind of exist, I guess, just to give stones. Like, these are just like stone farms, is what it kind of seems like. Alright, so looks like we're going to go up to Super 17. Okay, sure. And then there's not really too much here, right? Like, there's no drop rate boost or anything like that. The main thing we just need to look at here is that there is a special wallpaper. Now, I did kind of theorize I know that there is a missing wallpaper on both Global and JP. JP has this Super Saiyan 4 wallpaper, and Global has a Goku Black login screen wallpaper. I was theorizing if these events might not give those, but I guess that's something we'll find out for sure once the Part 3 data download actually happens. So, alright, let's just go ahead and jump in. Again, there's no drop rate bonus or anything like that. This is just kind of, us clearing the story event more so than anything. Getting some extra stones and stuff like that. As you guys can see, I bought a bunch of stones last night. Like, I kind of realized, like, oh, shit. We're getting up to, the banners. I should probably start buying stones. And I'm going to have to buy a lot more. Oh, okay. So, this is baby Gohan and Goten versus Vegeta. This is kind of like a really interesting battlefield that they're on. It's actually really cool. Like, I think that this kind of like... that's one thing that GT, in a lot of aspects, and like the movies do more so than when Toriyama was kind of making the manga. Maybe because, when Toriyama's drawing the manga, to have like these like crazy, complex, different battlegrounds all the time is, very tough compared to just having, like the desert, the wasteland where they're fighting. Oh, it doesn't kind of have it though. Like there's like all these like windmills around in the place that they're fighting. That's kind of not really displayed here, unfortunately. Oh well. This whole section, when you really go watch some of these parts, the amount of untouched shit in GT is it's a lot, because every anniversary it's like, all right, time for our Super Saiyan 4 milking session. right? Like, we now have 10 anniversaries. Take out Super Saiyan 4 and Fusion, and you're left with what? One anniversary? Right? That's true, right? First anniversary Fusion, second anniversary Super Saiyan 4, third anniversary Fusion, fourth anniversary Super Saiyan 4, fifth anniversary Fusion, sixth anniversary is clear, UI and Vegeta. Seventh anniversary Fusion and Super Saiyan 4, eighth anniversary Super Saiyan 4, ninth anniversary Fusion, 10th anniversary Fusion and Super Saiyan 4. The 6th anniversary is the only one that doesn't have Super Saiyan 4 or Fusion. The only one. Alright, so there's Baby Vegeta, who shows up. Again, dude, like, when I say there's a lot that they could grab from early GT, there's so much. I mean, I would not be opposed to them really doing, like, a year of GT, right? Really just pummeling us with a lot of different, like, GT-related things. But again, I also wouldn't really mind them doing a lot of the Dragon Ball Saga stuff. Eventually, you feel like they're gonna have to. I mean, they can only do... We'll see. Because, you know, like, I still have to make this tweet. How, since 2020, if you look at all the Dokkan events that have come out, only 2 of them, Kefla and Beast Gohan, have even had a new stage added to their Dokkan events. Right? Alright, well, anyway, there's that first stage right there. You know, that whole section, that Vegeta versus them, I mean, maybe that could be, like, a character, like Baby Gohan and Baby Goten could be a character. I think, like, just, like, regular GT Vegeta, well, I guess he did already kind of get a Dokkan Fest with the GT Goku, right? Oh my god, yeah, now we skip all the way to Super Saiyan 4 Goku versus Baby, okay. Oob, I would love a Majoob Dokkan Fest. I think that I would be very excited for Majoob, man. I would be down. Majoob is a character. If they would release like a dog shit Majoob who was like, I don't know. I mean, it's funny. I immediately my brain went to Super Trunks, but funny enough, Super Trunks with his shenanigans. I mean, I hate him, but like with his shenanigans, he has like kind of like lasted as. I call them meme characters, but, I mean, I don't, you know, like, Int Fat Boo, although he's still pretty good, Int Fat Boo. But, like, Int Fat Boo, Tech Android 1718, AGL PyCon, right? Like, those types of characters, you know, kind of, like, live on with their kind of, like, special abilities and stuff like that. Like, their goofiness, ghost ushers and types of things like that. Alright, well, there goes Baby. I kind of like, I talked myself in circles and lost my train of thought. No, hold on. I'm going to get it right back. Oh, that art. Yeah, crazy that my brain went to Super Trunks right there. But, you know, I would really want Majoob to be like a crazy character. Like a super busted Dokkan Fest. And I think they could give him that. I mean, Majoob, I guess he doesn't do the most fighting ever. But especially once we get to the Super 17 arc, there's stuff. I wonder, I always wanted them to do, like, a Baby saga. Like, I felt like, okay, so, like, the Android/Cell saga is a category. I always felt like they could do Black Star Dragon Ball /Baby saga as a category. It's very easy for them to do stuff like that, by the way. And have, like, all these kind of, like, weird overlapping categories with the way they do leader skills. So, like, you know, we have GT Bosses and GT Hero. I think an overall GT category is something that I think they could just do it one day. Just a Dragon Ball GT category. And then, you know, it would be, oh my god. Yeah. Listen, I know everyone is always, like, slurping that Goku. I get it, man. I get it. Okay. I don't, like, go, geez, why do people keep, you know, sucking off this in Super Saiyan 4 Goku sucked for 2 years? It's because he's the raw, sickest, nastiest, dirtiest, like, art and rawness and swag that exists. That's why. That's why, you know, people are just desperate for him to be good. I hope that's a character. I pray his EZA, he just, like, shits on the game. I would love it. Absolutely. Like, people think I hate characters because they're bad, not because I hate them. Just so people are clear. I don't hate good characters. right? Like, I'm not one of these kids who's like, all right, time for me to get my daily agenda of hating on Beast Gohan, right? Oh, time to talk shit about, I don't know, Tech Broly, I guess? I don't know. Yeah, Tech Broly or like one of these demons. Dude, like there's, LR Janemba was hated when he came out, and then his EZA was hated. Like, how was he underestimated both times? Makes no sense. Unbelievable. Craziness. Yes, dude. Oh, no, baby. Goodbye. I love that we did finally get the Goku doing the Kamehameha in front of the Earth. I feel like that could be an active skill voiced animation, by the way. Like, they could still do... I'd need to go back and rewatch Baby versus Super Saiyan 4 Goku. There's still a bunch of stuff they didn't use, though, right? There would have to be. Because, I mean, we now, you know, maybe a Super Saiyan 4 Goku in a couple of years or something like that. Like, you know, when they EZA full power Super Saiyan 4 Goku or something. You know, maybe we get, like, another Baby Saga Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Because, technically, like, Baby Saga Super Saiyan 4 Goku. We have one Dokkan Fest, in LR, who looks really good. And then we have the old-ass STR second anniversary Dokkan Fest, who doesn't really have legitimate animations, right? So, it's like, any characters like that, those guys could always just easily be kind of, like, replaced or skipped over or something like that. Now, then we get to this. The Super 17 arc, right? Dude, I have so many ideas for cards I would love to see. Like, I don't know what they would do. Like, maybe, like, an Android 18... and a Goku or something like that. Maybe, I mean, no way they do a tag Kid Goku and Android 18, right? Because do we think people would summon for that? Yeah, here's where that's now. Remember, I think a lot of people get this confused. I mean, because you would expect that, you know, the 17 that looks a little bit different is Hellfighter 17, but regular Android 17 has the trench coat. Hellfighter 7, yeah, dude. Why does that free-to-play Android 18 have such amazing animations? I don't understand. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. That shit pisses me off so much. I'm sorry, it does. Because, like, you know, we get the blue Goku and Vegeta. We Saiyans have no limits. They're, like, blue Goku and Vegeta, their animations suck. And they're a worldwide download celebration headlining LR. Their animations are fodder. And then, meanwhile, the worldwide download celebration ends, and GT Android 18 free-to-play character has better animations, basically, than the Blue Goku and Vegeta. It's frustrating. I don't really feel like that's been a problem since, right? But, like, dude, I remember, like, losing... I remember I showed that to Diddy. I was like, Diddy, have you seen these? And he's like, what the fuck? It's like, yeah, man. Yeah, it's stupid. It's very stupid. But yeah, the whole moment where, like, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, we don't have a Super Saiyan 4 Goku, from the Super 17 arc. Maybe we call it a tax, because Goku is an absolute idiot during the Super 17 arc. Maybe. Idiot tax for him here. But I think that they, you know, he does the Majin Vegeta final explosion Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Like, obviously, we got to get a card of him doing that. And, I mean, we've already established how often... You know, every single anniversary is Fusion or Super Saiyan 4, so we know they love busting out their Super Saiyan 4s. Trust me, there's going to be a lot more of those, and then don't get me started on Daima. I'm going to upload this probably like, oh, I don't know. I guess, I mean, this video is probably going to go up after Daima. I mean, people are predicting, we don't know, like, just if people are curious, just watching the series, it's not like, oh, Super Saiyan 4 is about to show up, right? It's nothing like that. People are just theorizing it. Alright, so yeah, here's the finale of the Super 17 fight. Again, they skip over a lot, man, because when Hellfighter 17 connects his heart to regular Android 17, they create a portal to Hell. I mean, Dr. Zero and Dr. Mew really come up with a ridiculous plan, huh? Like, it's a ridiculous plan. But they do that, and then they're just able to leave Hell. I would love GT Cell and Frieza. Damn, like, their animations are so... That's another character. Their animations are so good. They should have been a Dokkan Fest, man. Maybe it's easy for me to say, because, like, I just, you know, wail on everything, but, like, bro, just, like, give free-to-play characters 2016 Kamehamehas. I'm sorry, man. Like, I don't... Nah. It's just, like... Or This might be crazy. Or make them good. Whoa! Whoa! Whoa, I gotta chill there. Yeah. Or just make them fucking good. You know, we run 6-unit teams with a 7th friend lead. Like, free-to-play characters can be good. Yeah, so that's the thing. So, while he's absorbing ki, like, he's just kind of, like, locked into absorbing ki. And then Goku just fucking sneaks him with the Dragon Fist right there. Now, that Dragon Fist they did use for the 8th anniversary. The GT Goku and the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. But, like, I mean, they easily could turn that into a voice animated thing. And, okay, so I pointed out how Super Saiyan 4 Goku, right? He does the final explosion against Super 17, which obviously is not in game. So we got to get that eventually. And then Super Saiyan 4 Goku does the Dragon Fist against Omega, which, I mean, they kind of have in the 7th anniversary LR, but he does the Dragon Fist twice. Because he kills Ice Shenron with it, and then he seemingly kills Omega with it, but Omega revives, right? So I think he uses the Dragon Fist twice in the Shadow Dragon Saga. I'd maybe have to go back and double-check that as well. But I believe the Dragon Fist that he did against Ice is kind of like the one he does in the 7th anniversary LR animation. So, I mean, and then we had, it was the Tanabata unit for 2018, the full power Super Saiyan 4 Goku who does the Dragon Fist. I would want a new version of that. So it's just like going through all these different moments of the series. It is very easy to just find like, oh my God, there's still so much shit that they could do. Like seriously. And then in the meantime, like, you know, when they cycle back, all right, time for our new Super Saiyan 4 Goku or some shit like that. You know, in between we could get Dokkan Fest Bulma, Dokkan Fest Android 18, Dokkan Fest Krillin, Dokkan Fest Tien. And like, it might sound, you know, absurd, you know, for like all of those, but you know, every character at this point, there's no reason they can't get one. All right, so now we move on to the Dragon Ball Super story event right here. Which, again, I pointed out before, is only really able to give us a wallpaper is all we're going to get from this. So, basically, this event exists, I guess, just to give people stones. None of these items are really anything too crazy here, right? I mean, I guess, you know, future Bulma is good. What is it? Healing and attack. Obviously, the Ghost Ushers as well. And then, yeah, this wallpaper. Maybe I'm theorizing again that it could be that Goku Black, Trunks, I think Blue Goku, Blue Vegeta wallpaper. I think that one looks really sick. I've seen people say, oh my God, it looks stupid. But, I mean, I think y'all are maybe just haters, and it looks actually fucking fire. But, I mean, guys, that's just me. That's just me. All right, so let's jump in. Now, Dragon Ball Super. Yeah. Is there a lot of Dragon Ball Super that I would love to see come into the game? Absolutely. So let's go ahead and jump in here. And see what we've got. Okay. So we are in the Goku Black arc. Oh, dude, guys, I remember. So I had let the Goku Black arc build up a little bit. I remember, like, when the series first started, I was doing weekly, like, reviews of it. Like, back in 2015. Dude, that was 10 years ago now. Insane. But I was. But it kind of, like, you know, the start of the series was quite weak. We all know this. The retelling of Battle of Gods and Resurrection F, which, I mean, I don't know how horrible of a decision it was if it would have been well animated and had a real good purpose and point to it. But I feel like they didn't even really do a very good job of fleshing those arcs out. You know, some of the in-between stuff with Vegeta and Goku and Whis and Beerus is fine, but yeah, I mean, it just wasn't handled very well. We all know that. And I remember, like, I kind of just saw glimpses of the Universe 6 vs. 7 tournament and stuff like that. But what really drew me back was Goku Black. And I think when Rose was first revealed, and I was like, okay, time to catch up immediately. And I remember watching it, you know, like, it was 5 in the morning or something like that. And, like, it's just like, dude, like, immediately it's like, oh my God, like, dude, like, Goku Black is, like, really fucking threatening, dude. Like, this is kind of, like, sick. But then, like, there's the whole scene where he arrives on Earth. And, like, there's so much tension. Like, it's so good. Dude, the Goku Black arc is, you know, one of the most frustrating things in media to me, probably, because it is so good And then it kind of falls into a similar issue the Moro arc gets. I don't know if this is Toriyama or Toyotaro. It's probably Toyotaro. Probably. But I mean, I don't know. Because I guess, like, I mean, Toyotaro does the manga, and it was an issue in the anime. But it's like, you know, Goku and Vegeta, all right, we go to the future, we get our ass kicked, we leave. We go to the future, get our ass kicked, we leave. We go to the future, get our ass kicked, we leave. It's just like over and over and over and over again. It's just like the Moro arc, right? It's like, all right, we're fighting Moro. Oh, he absorbed our energy and kicked our ass. All right, we're fighting Moro. Oh, he absorbed our energy and kicked our ass. All right, we're fighting Moro. Oh, he absorbed our energy and kicked our ass. It's like it's the same thing over and over and over and over again, right? So that was certainly kind of an issue. But then, I mean, the way the arc ends, bro, I can't even do it. I can't. That Zeno stuff. I mean, if you guys want to watch a funny video from me, go watch. Oh yeah, here we go. Oh yeah, love this shit. Oh my god, dude, he's so fire. We need a top 1 Rose, dude. Like, okay, this arc, they could do so much shit. For a long time, they've kind of only like intermittently gone back to this. Because this is one of those things, they spammed the Future Trunks arc so much back in 2016, 2017, and stuff like that. Dude, they spammed it because of how new, fresh, and raw that shit was, right? Constantly dropping those. There's so many things that they could use. Like, you know, like Vegito Blue and Fusion Zamasu have been done a lot, but like, Blue, Goku, and Vegeta do a lot of cool shit in this arc. That the first thing I noticed when they showed us, you know, the We Saiyans Have No Limits, another reference to that character, the AGL Vegito Blue, they didn't use the cool shit Blue, Goku, and Vegeta do in the arc. Like, I thought, like, you know, Goku's, like, rage mode, you know, when he kind of, like, you know, does, like, that backwards punch, you know, when Vegeta does, like, that, you know, the slam attack on Goku Black. I thought all that stuff was going to be in it, and it wasn't. So, I mean, that in Dokkan Fest Blue Vegeta was that moment where he beats Goku Black's ass. I mean, they easily could do a new Dokkan Fest for that. Blue Goku could get his own Dokkan Fest. And remember, Blue Goku does briefly use Blue Kaioken against Fusion Zamasu, too. So, like, all those moments, you know, could be stuff. We still don't have, this seems shocking to say, but we don't have a good, like, Goku Black transforming into Rose. We don't have a good animation. That's actually crazy to think about. That we don't have a good animation of that, but we don't. That, I think, is one of the biggest things they could do. I guess what it's probably going to end up being part of is, like, a Goku Black and Zamasu tag character. I would say of potential tag characters right now, the one I'm most looking forward to is Goku Black and Zamasu. I probably, even over, like, I don't know, I mean, I feel like you know, people are going to talk about, like, a Beast Gohan and Orange Piccolo one. I don't like when they use that art of Vegeta so much. That's the LR God Goku. Well, both of them are LR God Goku's art, right? Oh, okay. Well, here we go. Here's Blue Vegito. Well, he's about to go blue. Way back in the day, by the way, this was a character I could not pull. We're talking, I mean, once I started to begin wailing out a bit, like, it became, I think I couldn't even get him at all. Like, on all these banners, and I don't think I had even, like, one copy of him. But, yeah, I think that a Goku Black and Zamasu tag switch character is maybe, like, one of my most wanted things at this point. Of like any type of tag character. Again, people will talk about like a Beast Gohan and Orange Piccolo. Something about that doesn't really, like, I don't know. Maybe I'm not really dying to get it as much because Beast Gohan is still just crushing this game. I do want a standalone Orange Piccolo, but I feel like that one could wait till later. Like Beast Gohan, Orange Piccolo, like stuff like that. Oh, Cell Max. I feel like I never talk about him. I'd love a Cell Max Dokkan event. It's just because, like, we had the Cell Max, like, you know, challenge event and stuff like that. But I'd love a Cell Max Dokkan event. There is stuff from Cell Max they didn't use, too, right? So. Alright, so there's Vegito Blue versus Zamasu. I've told this story, too, but when they were fighting, I was like, bro, like I like damn near started crying like when Vegito Blue and Zamasu were. That shit, the music is so good, and it's like Vegito is talking shit, and it's just like, oh my god, like I remember, you know, being like 11 watching Vegito versus Buhan or whatever it was, and I would have been what, 27, I guess, when Vegito Blue and Zamasu was happening. Someone out there said, damn. Yeah, like yeah, 27, yeah, 27. No, 26. I was 26. Because it was in 2016 when that was there. Yeah. That was 2016. So I was 26. And it was just like, bro, it's dude, that, like, the start of that, because, yeah, damn, it is kind of sad to think about how much they fucked us. But, like, I thought, like, oh my god, this is going to be like a 3, 4, 5 episode fight. Like, we're, like, this, dude, like, Dragon Ball is back, and it's, like, it's good like this. And it's, like, the music is blaring. And, like, there's the thing, like, they're, like, fighting, and he slams him into the ground. You know, this is all the power a god can muster. And then they do the fist clash, and it's like, bro, like, you know, I'm busting out into tears, man. This shit is so fire. And then, like, it's like, all right, time to make Trunks the focus, man. That's damn. I don't know. I mean, I know it. Yes. Don't get me started, man. Bro, like, if they would have just given us Vegito versus Zamasu for, like, multiple episodes, holy Christ. Could you imagine how much better it would have been? Oh, my God. Oh. Yeah. Alright, let's sit Fusion Zamasu down. Sad. Well, we finally did then, you know, I guess what, like 2 years later, we got Blue Gogeta versus Broly, which was freaking insanity. Damn, I can't do Dragon Ball Super. Just the excitement and everything around Dragon Ball would be so crazy if only Dragon Ball Super was still a thing, man. I don't, like, for whatever reason, at, like, Shueisha or whatever, they just want, dude, they wish Dragon Ball was just dead, man. It's so crazy. Biggest cash cow ever. Oh, hold on. That sort of OST is so good. Oh, that's a Z tier. That's a Z tier 1. Yep. Oh my god, look who it is. Infinite Zamasu. Yep, then Zeno's just like, alright, bye. And then this shit was so dumb. God damn it. Trunks goes to attack, like, what were they thinking? They just didn't want to leave Trunks in, like, why didn't Trunks just stay? Like, dude, you know how much better the series would be if Trunks was there? I don't get it. What was the point of giving Trunks different hair color from Kid Trunks if they weren't even going to let him stay? Like, I don't get it. No clue, man. I don't know. No clue. But, yeah. Because, Sparking Zero had that sick-ass what if of Trunks at the Tournament of Power. Dude, that shit was so fire. Trunks at the Tournament of Power was so good. Like, hello, yeah. Yeah. Like, I remember, so if you guys weren't around back when this was happening, this arc, we knew that the 10th fighter was like a mystery, like who the last fighter on the team was. I'd have to almost like maybe double check my own videos or something, exactly what the circumstances were. I think it was like after Majin Buu fell asleep, we found out that there's going to be a mystery fighter, and like, I remember people were saying PyCon, people, you know, were saying, Yamcha, Trunks, Jacko. Like, there was a lot of different guesses like that. Frieza, I don't think a lot of people were predicting Frieza to come back. I remember I was hoping it would be Trunks. But then, dude, yeah, when they... I uploaded a rant video, I think, about Frieza being the fighter. Because it's like, oh my god, we're bringing him back again? We just did this, dude. Kidding me? I thought it was the stupidest shit. Why are we bringing Frieza back again? But Frieza was like one of the best parts of the Tournament of Power, so. Yeah, Toriyama was in his bag with that one. Or Toyotaro. Well, definitely got to credit Toriyama because the Tournament of Power in the manga sucks. Alright, terrible. A lot of people say that the Future Trunks arc is a little bit better in the manga. I mean, it's a little different. I mean, if you want to say it's better, I mean, I think I could kind of get on board with that. I mean, there is, like, really key differences. Damn, like, if only they could just unleash... Damn, just release Dragon Ball from Dragon Ball is in prison right now. Like, just release Dragon Ball from prison. Let us actually, like, enjoy all this shit. You know, give us the super anime back. Let us get all this manga stuff in the games. Oh, my God, dude. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Although, speaking of later today, Daima, anyway. Yeah, Super Saiyan 4 returning? Maybe. That shit's gonna suck, because I'm gonna be asleep when the episode drops. And I'm gonna just, like, you know, like, half asleep, stupidly open Twitter. And there's gonna be, like, you know, the Super Saiyan 4 Goku or whatever the hell it's gonna be, like, just right there. It's like, oh, good. Alright. And then we got the reveal tonight. Just craziness, man. Craziness. Well, all right, so there we go. Here's the end of this. This was a very long video and a very long recording session right here. But we've got all of it done, right? We have all of the story event stages done. What do we do? 20 stages here. You know, cooking through a lot of it. Here, let's just go ahead and accept the missions. And then we'll finish up. I'll probably do another video like this in part 3. Where we'll cover all of the new story event stages that get added in part 3, and we'll just do it as one video, I think. So, there we go. Let me know what you guys think of the story events. We got the 2 free-to-play characters right here. This is just sort of by characters that need to be link leveled. The Kid Trunks and the Demon King Piccolo. Definitely looking forward to seeing their awakenings and stuff like that. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch you guys next time.